Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Beirut Life Insurance Summit.
Good morning. Hi.
Today, good morning. Hi, everyone.
Woo!
A lovely sunny day. A lovely sunny day in Beirut. What about Singapore, Eric?
It's raining. We're having thunderstorm here.
So be careful, stay home, stay safe.
Yes. Those of you who just joined us, you can say hi in the chat box. Let us know where you're from. Are you from Lebanon? Are you from Dubai? Are you from Cyprus? Are you from Egypt? Where are you from? Say hello and let us know where you're from. Hi, Saha. Yes. Oh my God, Saha, I missed you.
Hi.
Oh my God, I miss her. Hi, Rob. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Rita. Oh, you know, Naji, I miss you guys. I think that I was here with you in October, right? And
100%, man.
October, November.
We miss you too.
5 months. Costa from Cyprus. Hello. Zaina from Beirut, Lebanon. Craig Cross
from Cyprus.
Tanya, hi. Hi, Lara the biker. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, Lara the biker.
You know what? We should really share with them some nice videos. I prepared some videos for them to see. So I am going to help everybody remember the fun times that we have. So let's
go ahead, rock it.
Rock it. Okay, let's show them day one first. Let's show them.
This is Beirut Life Insurance Conference 2019.
Can you see? Can you see the video?
Yes.
And the sound, can you hear? Oh man, I miss those days, yeah?
Yeah. You know, 2019 was the best conference, but 2020...
It's going to be even better.
Guys, wait and see.
So we have Rabi from Lebanon. We have Constantino. Oh, it's a holiday in Cyprus. Is it a holiday?
Yeah, and Lebanon too. It's a Labor Day.
Oh, so it's the same here. In Singapore, so we celebrate Labor Day globally.
Yeah, it's a Labor Day. So happy Labor Day to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. For us as advisors, as an agent, we don't celebrate Labor Day because we have a mission. We don't have a job. We have a mission. So our profession is a mission.
Well said. All right, so we're gonna wait for about 1 more minute. I'm gonna show you guys the slides, and just want to let all of you know that thank you so much for making time for this. And today, in a short while, I'm gonna be sharing with you how do you crisis-proof your insurance business by going digital, and I'm gonna walk you through a sales process that you can build online to help you generate customers. But remember to stay all the way to the end, because we'll be giving you a free ebook that will help you secure sales appointments immediately. All right, so stay all the way to the end.
And Eric, give me the time just to introduce you, please.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, welcome and thank you for being here on Beirut Life Insurance Summit platform. In 2014, Eric spoke for the first time in the Million Dollar Roundtable Experience, a prestigious industry conference attended by 6,000 financial service professionals from all over Asia. He got his first standing ovation, and ever since then, his career as a sales strategist took off. Based in Singapore, today he is well-known personality in the financial service, real estate, and direct marketing industries in Asia, have spoken in 35 over cities in Asia and recently USA, Europe, and Middle East. So in Middle East, in Beirut. To more than 250,000 salespeople on social media branding. You will be happy to know that today's webinar has been very well received by many insurance agents and financial advisors all over the world. When Eric first launched this, he had overbooked 2,500 attendees who signed up, and these are some of the feedback. You can see it on the screen, on the slides, he has gotten from them. So please join me to welcome our speaker on Beirut Life Insurance Summit platform, Eric Feng.
Hi! Very good morning. Wow, I got music some more. All right, so just want to let you guys know, I'm very honored to have you guys on today's webinar during your public holiday. And I promise you, by the time you are done with this webinar, you would have so much insight on how to move your insurance business online so that whether there is a crisis or there is no crisis, you can still get customers at the comfort of your home. So we're going to walk you through the whole process. Now, all of you probably know that COVID-19 has brought the entire world down to the knees. And, you know, in fact, recently, Wuhan released their quarantine. So Wuhan was where the COVID-19 started. And the citizens there were on quarantine for 2.5 months. It's crazy, 2.5 months not going out. Naji, how many months are you guys on lockdown? How many
this
weeks?
is the second month.
Oh my God, you guys have been locked down on 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
In Singapore, this is our 3rd week.
In Lebanon, till now, 2 months.
Oh my, it's amazing how you guys do this. So I'm suffering here. It's so difficult not to go out. So you just imagine in people in China, they were locked down for 2.5 months. But recently, they were released. They are able to go out to have dinners, to go out for shopping, but no one is going out. So even though there is no more lockdown, the government says go ahead and do whatever you want, but people are still not going out to shop because they are already so used to eating at home. They are so used to working from home. They are so used to shopping from home. It becomes a habit. So if any one of you watching this believes that after this whole lockdown, everything will go back to normal, the answer is no. This is the new normal. People are exposed to working from home and they love it, which means that they're going to continue to be in their homes a lot of times doing their work. So if your traditional methods, your prospecting methods still includes door knocking, cold call, road shows, networking, then you're going to be in trouble because there are no people outside there, right? We need to figure out a way to get business online because that's where everybody is. So one of the things that I want to highlight to you is in the world today, it is no longer the big fish that eats the small fish. It's not about how much experience you have. It's about the fast fish that eats the slow fish. Whoever can move their business online the fastest will grab the most customers to them right now. And the good news is here in Lebanon, in Beirut, in Cyprus, Egypt, and wherever you are, people, your competitors are still very new to social media. And the whole purpose why BLIS is doing this is because they want to make sure that you gain an unfair advantage over your competition. I want every single one of you watching this to, after this program, go online and start building your pipeline online and get customers online because you're going to get a fast advantage. So I want all of you right now on the chat box, all right, help me put down there FAST, F-A-S-T. right? We're going to be doing a lot of interaction. This is not like your usual seminar where you sit and listen. We're going to be interacting. Wow, Amis Kopani, you're very fast. Well done. All right, who else? Po Yi Lim, we have Lara. All right, remember this. At the end of the day, it's not about how experienced you are or how big your customer base is. At the end of the day, in this crisis period, it's about how fast you can change the way you do your business, right? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I want to first of all revise with you the old way of doing business. We all know in the world of sales, it's all about 10, 3, and 1, right? You approach 10 strangers, you tell them about financial planning, and then 3 of them would say, okay, I would love to meet you. And then 1 of them would buy from you. So we have this ratio. And a lot of people will have taught you that it's about the numbers game. The more people you meet, the more sales you get, right? 10, 3, 1. But there is a fundamental problem to this model. It doesn't work in today's world. I'll give you a couple of reasons. The first reason is because many of your prospecting methods are offline based. That means they are based on having to meet the person face to face in order to get the lead. But today with COVID-19 and with the economic crisis, with people getting very excited about working from home, right? You're going to have a lot of problems trying to find new customers if you're still using your traditional methods of prospecting. So that's 1. Number 2, the second reason is because you realize that in general, a lot of people in your country are still very skeptical about insurance, right? It's getting better, but people are still skeptical. So if they don't know who you are and you're going to approach them on social media just like that, like, hi, my name is Eric and, I sell insurance, right? If you're just going to approach them like that, they're not going to buy. They're not going to respond positively to you. In fact, if I meet you in person, I will be polite to you and I may reject you nicely or maybe give you a chance. But if I'm online right now and you try to approach me, I can switch you off easily. I could delete you. I could block you. I could ban you, right? I could do so many things. So therefore, you notice that many of our insurance agents are suffering because they are not able to get new leads from social media. And also, you realize that a lot of times we approach the 10 customers and only 3 meet you. But what about the 7, right? Do you have a sales process to help you keep in touch with the people that say no to you? And unfortunately, many of our prospecting methods are transactional, right? I go to you, I ask whether you want insurance. If you don't, I moved on. But just because the person say no to you right now doesn't mean that the person will say no to you forever. But do you have a process to go after the people that say no to you? So that's another problem, right? So in summary, you realize that, with this whole COVID-19, we have a lot of different challenges. We have number 1, we can't prospect offline, right? So we have no leads. And even if you go online to get leads, they don't know you, so you can't get an appointment. And even if they know you, maybe they are your classmates, your friends, right? But they don't know you well enough, and therefore they're not ready to buy, so they're not willing to meet up with you for an appointment. And also, because your appointment ratio is low, your closing ratio is low as well. And many of your existing customers, they're probably telling you that, hey, you know what, Naji, it's okay. Let's rest. I'll meet you after the lockdown, right? But you can't wait because you need to still bring money into your family. You still need to make money. So what are you going to do about it, right? And finally, some of you will think, okay, you know what? I'm going to go social media. I'm going to start running advertisements, right? Because that seems to be the way to go. But if you run advertisement, especially if you're in a financial service business, you are highly regulated, which means that you might get yourself into compliance trouble, right? So I want to check in with all of you right now as I address the challenges that you see over here. Which is your challenge, right? Tell me, is it number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, or 6, or all are your challenges? Let's hear from you. All right. What are some of your challenges? Which one? Is it you can't prospect? So that's challenge number 1. Or maybe your customers don't want to meet you. That's challenge number 5. So Rena is my customers do not want to meet me online. Georgia, it's, my customers want to meet everything. Almost all, right? We have Mohanat, Jawish. She's 1 to 5, right? And how about the rest of you, right? What are your biggest challenge, right? And you realize that chances are it's every one of them, right? Maybe you don't run ads. but it'll be quite a bit of them. So Tanya would be 3, which is they don't know you, so they're not ready to buy. Lucas is 1 to 4, and George, it's 3. Now, don't worry, doesn't matter which challenge you're facing, help is on the way, okay? So stay with me. I'm going to share with you exactly how to overcome all these challenges. Now, so first of all, you have to first understand how a customer buys online, right? You remember I shared it last year in BLIS, right? I said that don't focus on how to sell to your customers. Focus on how your customers buy. And right now, I'm going to show you the online journey that your customer go through. So yes, it's true. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they have so many potential customers, but they're all strangers. They don't know you. And they are all skeptical towards insurance. So that's the starting point. Your job, step 1, is to get them to start following you on social media. Right? So if you're on LinkedIn, it becomes a connection. If it's Instagram, it's a follower. If it's Facebook, it's a friend, right? So your job is to get them to start paying attention to you. Now, the mistake that many people make is they start selling to the followers. Just remember this, your followers have just started their relationship with you. They are not in the position to buy anything from you yet, all right? The key is they can't buy yet. You still have one more step to go. Your job is to convert the most active followers to become part of your community. So when I say community, I'm saying that you need to start getting your most active followers to give you their telephone number, to give you their email address, and they say that I want to stay in touch with you through email. I want to stay in touch with you through WhatsApp. I want to stay in touch with you through Telegram to receive more information from you. So there is this important step that many people missed out. So your job is to convert the most active followers into active community members, and the community must be built outside social media. It must not be built in social media. So your followers are with you on social media. Your active community must be outside social media. And later on, I'll explain in very detail why is that so. Once these guys become active community, that's when you do your sales pitching. You introduce your products, you share with them the value of insurance and investments, and then they buy and they become your loyal fan. So you realize that curious followers, they pay attention to you. Active members, they pay attention to you, and they also spend time with you to get to know you. And then raving fan are people that not just pay attention to you, but they spend time with you, and also they spend money with you, right? So in a nutshell, if I use the vocabulary, the words that you're very familiar with, a skeptical stranger is essentially a cold lead, a curious follower is a warm lead, an active member that is in your phone, it's a hot lead. So these are the best customers to go after. They are the best customers. And then when you sell them, they become your paying customers who are also loyal to you. All right. Now, so at this point of time, I just want to check in with you. Do you understand, right, what I'm sharing with you? Okay. I will go slower if I need to, but if you do understand, give me a thumbs up. Or you can just put under your chat box. Good. All right. That shows that you understand. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, Lara. How about the rest of you? Are y'all following? Thank you, Naji. Now, obviously, if for some reason you have any questions, don't worry. There will be time to answer your questions. All you need to do is just click on Q&A, and then you can post your question there. And later on, at the end of the webinar, this is a 1-hour webinar. So at the end of the 1 hour, I would spend time to answer some questions from you. Okay. Now, so very good. So you understand this. And please memorize these numbers. In the past, it's 10, 3, and 1, but in the social media world, it's 100, 20, and 10. So every 100 followers that follow you on social media, you must convert 20% of them to join you outside social media, to follow you on Telegram, to follow you in a WhatsApp broadcast group, or to follow you in the email, right? To subscribe to your email list. And then these are the people that you can interact with them more often, all right, so that they start buying from you and they become your customers and also your loyal fans. So remember 100, 20, and 10. Okay. Now, in order to build this sales funnel, right? This whole sales pipeline, you all call it the pipeline, right? It actually always starts here. It starts with the end in mind. You know, Stephen Covey says in habit number 1, always begins with the end in mind. So you have to know who do you want to attract, right? Because if you do not know who you want to attract, you can't find them on social media, because there's literally billions of people on social media. If you are not clear about who you want, you won't be able to find anyone, right? So today, I have a little surprise for you. I'm actually not just going to teach you, but I'm going to do live coaching. That means to say, I'm going to get one of you, I'm going to have a conversation with one of you, and I'll coach you like you're my mentee, and I'll help you find your customers. So the rest of you, you watch and you learn, right? Because this is exactly what you should be doing. So today I have with me Ali. He's one of the attendees of BLIS, who's who has been very actively staying in touch with me. So after BLIS, he actually actively been talking to me on WhatsApp, updating me about how he's been doing. So we actually became friends, you know, and that's actually how you build a relationship, right? A relationship is built through interactions. So the more interaction you have with a person, the stronger that relationship is. So when I talk to Naji and Naji say, Eric, can you please do something for BLIS? I say, yes, Naji, let's do something. And I say, I'm going to get Ali on board as well to be my coachee, right? So Ali, are you here? Could you switch on your video? Yay.
Hello.
Ali, could you say hi to everybody? Say
hi. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hi, Eric. Hi, Naji.
Welcome, Ali.
All right, Ali, we have a lot of work to do. So let's get started. Tell me, okay, so first of all, let me describe what a dream customer is. So a dream customer is someone that you want to do business with. And generally, they have 3 qualities. Number 1, they have high disposable income, right? They have money. Number 2, you love them. Like you click with them. You have a lot of chemistry with them. It's so easy to talk to them. Like you guys are similar. And number 3, they have network. They are very well connected because maybe they are a leader, or maybe because they have a very strong social media following, or maybe because they have a very good personality, a very friendly personality, like a social butterfly. So Ali, if you think about that, these 3 criteria, what customer would be your favorite customer, your dream customer? Can you tell me more about him?
The doctors, actually. I love working with doctors.
Do you have some doctor customers already?
Yes, of course. And my nickname in the company that I work in is doctor.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
Now, question. How old are these doctors generally? What's the age group?
What? I didn't.
How old are the doctors?
How?
Old. That means their age.
Old, the age.
Old, how old? Between 30 and 55.
Okay, so I'll give you a hint. If these people are young, that means they are in their 20s or maybe early 30s, chances are you'll find them on Instagram. If they are in their late 30s and 40s and 50s, chances are they are on Facebook, right? Okay. But what I want every one of you to do is to actually think about who your dream customer is. And generally, your dream customer is your current best customers. Let me repeat that. Your dream customers are your current best customers. I assume most of you are in business for a while, right? So they are your best customers. And what you want to do is I want every one of you to list down your best customers, and I want you to call them and ask them these 4 questions. No, ask them 3 questions. Number 1, where do they hang out online? Do they go Facebook? Do they go Instagram? Do they go YouTube? Do they go LinkedIn? Why? Because if I know where they hang out, then I know where to find more of my customers. So if I talk to Ali's customer, if Ali talk to his customer and say, where do you always go? And they say Facebook, then Ali should be on Facebook. Even though Ali likes to play on Instagram, but he should not spend all his time on Instagram, all right? He should be spending time on Facebook. So you should always go to the platform where your customers are spending most of their time. That's number 1. Number 2, which is a cool question to ask, right? It's who they follow. Like if they are on Facebook, what groups do they join? What pages do they like? If they're on Instagram, who do they follow? What personalities do they go to? Right? Now, why do I ask that question? For a simple reason. Because if I know who they follow, I would go follow them too. Because chances are that person's followers are my potential customers. So imagine if someone says that, I follow this very famous doctor personality. And a doctor customer telling you that they're following this doctor personality, it means that chances are many of the doctor's personalities followers are also going to be doctors, because birds of the same feather flock together. Make sense, Ali?
Yes, yes.
Now, so that's question number 2. Now, then next question is, what kind of content do they usually like to read? And the reason why I want to know what content your customers like to read is so that I can create similar content. Because if someone likes kebab, they like most of the kebabs. So if I know you like kebab, I'm going to cook kebab for you. If you like noodles, I'm going to cook more noodles for you. So by asking my customers, what kind of content do they like? Right? They say, oh, I like anything that's practical, useful. Then I'm going to start creating useful content as well, because that's what they like. Understand? So that's the reason why, I make you ask those questions. So Ali, you say doctors, right? Now I'm going to show you how to find them. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to go to Facebook. And the reason why I'm going to go to Facebook is because chances are they are on Facebook. Right? Why? Because of the age group. So let me end the show. Okay. Right. Ellie, are you able to see my All right, I'm gonna go Facebook right now. So Ellie, you're saying that your customers are doctors, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to find out on Facebook. All you need to do is just put doctors, and then you put Lebanon, because you're looking for doctors in Lebanon, right?
Yes.
Okay, then click Lebanon. Remember, look for groups. So after you search this, go to groups. Okay, and then there you go. There's quite a number. Lebanese doctors, Lebanese doctors, Lebanese doctors. Now, the trick is to look at the number of posts they post a week. So if they are posting more than 5 a week, this is a very active group. Now, this is a crazy group. They are posting 650 posts a day. I'm worried for this group because it might be a spam group, right? So I would actually pick perhaps this one, Lebanese group doctors. So you join the group, okay? So let's say I've already joined the group, okay? Now, then what you want to do is you can actually access their members here. And when you scroll down, you realize there are 754 members. These are basically 754 potential doctors that are living in Lebanon right now, right? And then you scroll down, and what you'll see is new to the group. And these are the people that you want to focus on because they just joined the group, which means that they're very active right now on social media. And then you go through the list and you pick those that you want to work with. Are you better working with male doctors or female doctors?
Male doctors.
Okay, so when you scroll through, you look at the picture. So let's say we pick this one, right? He's an orthopedic surgeon. And let's see, is he a guy? Married to Iman. Iman is a, okay, I do not know, is this name a female name or a male name?
It's a male name.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's
so he's
Dr.
a guy.
Wa'el. Dr. Wa'el.
Wa'el.
Dr. Wa'el.
So what is called? So is he a guy or girl? Is a male?
A guy.
A guy. Okay, but anyway, let's pick. Okay, so let's say if it's a guy. Okay, you know that it's the guy. Then what you do is 3 steps. Remember the 3 steps, huh? Number 1, add friend. Number 2, you have to put them in a list so that it's easy for you to organize your customers. So put them in a list and go to new list and write there doctors. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to put them under this list called Raving Fan Base. So you put them in the doctor's list. And then the third thing you need to do is you need to be friendly. So you have to message him. So what do? You message him like that. Okay, you'll go, hi, and then put the person's name. Happy to get, okay, hold on. Hi, got to know you from the Dr. Lebanon group. Okay, I have many doctor friends. Look forward to get to know you. So this is the script you can use, okay? Notice it's 3 sentences. Number 1, let the person know where you found him. Number 2, create a similarity. So for you, I think you can see, are you a doctor before? You're not a doctor, right?
No.
Yeah, but you have a lot of
work in a hospital.
Okay, this one is good. So you must create common ground. So you can say this: I used to work in a hospital. Okay, look forward to get to know you. Enter. This is what you do. 3 steps. Got it, Lally?
Yes.
Now,
I got it.
the smart thing to do is, let me show you something. The minute you're accepted into the group, right? When you go to the members, there's something really cool. Facebook will actually tell you which friend of yours are also in the group. Facebook will also tell you which are the members in the group that have things in common with you. And that's fantastic because these people have the highest chance to accept your friend requests because they have many, many things in common with you. So you always focus on adding members with things in common with you, and then you add members that live in Beirut, and then you add new to the group. Follow, understand?
Yes.
Okay, now what are the 3 steps? Step number 1, you add. Step number 2, you put them in a list. Step number 3, you message them. And Ellie, I want you to screenshot this so you memorize this. Use this script.
Okay.
And that's how you do it. Okay. You screenshot already?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Now, what about Instagram? Okay, so some people ask me, Eric, what about Instagram? How do I build my followers on Instagram? So to do well on Instagram, knowing the person's profession is not going to be very useful on Instagram because Instagram is a lot about interest. It's centered around interest. So if you want to build your customers on Instagram, think about what are some of the similar interests that you and your customers have. So Ali, back to you, right? Many of your customers are doctors. What hobbies or what interests do these doctors have that you have as well?
Let's say skiing, for example.
Oh, you enjoy skiing, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so there are 3 ways that you can add followers on Instagram. One way is through hashtags. Second way is through location. Third way is through influencers. So tell me a very famous skiing place in Lebanon.
Famous skiing player in Lebanon.
Yeah, put it in the chat box so that I can cut and paste. All right.
Let's say Noor Kairouz. She's a female.
No, I want a location, a place. A location.
Cedars.
Faraya, is it? Is Faraya a location?
Yes, or Cedars.
Okay. Now, see, there you see. Once you put Faraya, then you see here, this is called a geotag. That means this is a location. So you click over here. And these are all the people in Lebanon. It might not be Lebanon as well. It might be just foreigners like tourists like me who recently been to this place and they geotag the location. Then what you want to do is you look at the post and you take a look at, these people and you ask yourself, right, let's say this person, I have no idea who he is, but let's go into his profile. He's a DJ, right? And he's also a skier. And my question to you is, would that be somebody that you want as a customer?
Yes. Why not?
Why not? So then this is what you do. Then you do follow. That's one step. And then you like. Now what's going to happen when you do that is his notification over here will have 4 pictures of you. It will show Ali, follow you. Ali, like your photo. Ali, like your photo. Ali, like your photo. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 of them are all your photos. And then he will click on you and go, who is this Ali guy, let's say. Okay, and he will go to your profile and he will read this thing. And this thing that you write over here will determine if he will follow you back. Okay. So I want to explain to all of you, Instagram is very different. There is no point you telling people you're a financial consultant, right? Because people are not going to add you just like that. They're only going to add you if there's value, right? So if you want to play the Instagram game, you need to focus on a direction. There are only 3 directions you can focus on in Instagram. Number 1, teacher, right? Do you enjoy teaching? Do you enjoy studying, learning? Because if you do, then you can let your Instagram page be all about the things that you have learned, all about the things that you want to share. So you are focusing on being a teacher, education. Number 2, you can focus on entertainment. So this is only useful if you are a funny guy, right? You are very good at making people laugh. You are very good at sharing funny memes, funny GIFs. So I give you an example. So one of my guys, I'll show you 3 examples, okay? This guy is Jia. He's one of my top students, and look at him. He's an insurance agent. He also won the Digital Agent of the Year, and he has this program that he teaches people how to manage their money called Money Map. And you see this? Everything is all about teaching. It's all about teaching, right? Right? So, like for example, this one. Pay your own COVID-19 treatment bills if you insist on traveling. So he's teaching people about COVID-19. The biggest pitfall that most financial planners make. Definitions of critical illness. Now, why does he do this? The reason why he does this is because he loves insurance, right? He loves financial planning. He loves money investment. He loves it so much, he likes to teach it. So if you love the topic and you have a lot of knowledge, you can go this direction, which is the teacher direction on Instagram. Now, and remember this, it doesn't have, even though you are an insurance agent, it doesn't mean that you must only teach insurance content. It could even be teaching about entrepreneurship. It could be even about teaching personal development or motivation, right? Doesn't matter. As long as it is a topic that you enjoy teaching, it would be a fantastic way to attract potential customers who love learning. So if you're putting yourself as a teacher, you are attracting learners. So that's one direction you can go. The second direction you can go is if you're funny, right? So one of my mentees, he's a funny guy, right? Let me just shut this off. He's an extremely funny guy. And so he created this thing called SG Insurance Memes. So basically, he puts out all the things that are insurance related, right? Or it's funny. So for example, I'll show you one that I really like, right? Financial advisors when asked how's business. So they are smiling, but actually they are crying because business is not doing very well. All right, so that's a funny one. Or another one, you know, let's see. I got one that I like a lot, this one. All right, the agent. All right, telling the manager, I have no leads to set appointment, and the manager gave him motivation. All right, and it doesn't help, right? The whole idea is this doesn't help. So this guy is very good at posting funny pictures and funny videos that talks about insurance agents, all right? And so that's his style because he enjoys being funny. However, you can also focus on your interest. So for example, I got one of my students, his name is Leslie Cole. He loves cooking. So you see this? I don't only take care of your money, I also take care of your tummy because he loves sharing recipes, right? Notice this? He likes to share recipes. And his recipes are very unique. He only teaches people how to create recipes using a rice cooker. He's an insurance agent, but his content on Facebook has about 1,000 shares. And he was recently on the BBC News as well, being featured there. So this guy focused on the third track, which is social. That means you're focusing on a certain interest that you have and you can talk a lot about it. So for some of you, it's cooking. For some of you, it's sports. For some of you, it's coffee. For some of you, it's skiing. Like, for example, Ali. All right. Is everybody following so far? Just want to stay in the chat box. Everyone's good? So just remember this. When you're on Instagram, you don't have to talk about insurance because the best time to talk about insurance is not with your followers, but it's with your community. But your community comes after followers. Your job is to attract people to talk to you first. So if insurance is not attractive to them, don't talk about insurance first. Later on, we will have a chance to talk about insurance. Got it? So remember that when you are doing Instagram is very different. When you're doing Instagram, right, you need to make sure that you're focusing on either education, or you're focusing on a certain interest that you have, or you're funny and you're just sharing funny content, entertaining content. Now, I'm going to now do a demonstration for Ali, because Ali says that he wants to add people who love skiing, right? So Ali, let's see your Instagram here. Okay. So you see now, Ali wrote there, financial consultant, income protector consultant, corporate solution advisor. Now, that's not going to do you justice. The reason is because you just added people who enjoy skiing. Like, let's say the entire week, you're adding people who enjoy skiing. My recommendation to you is over in your bio, you have to change. Your bio have to say something like this: looking forward to connect with ski lovers from Lebanon.
Okay.
Understand, Ali? If that whole week you're adding people who love coffee, then you must put there, looking forward to connect with people who enjoy coffee. So that when I come to your Instagram page and I see, oh, coffee lover, me too, I will follow you. Your bio here explains the value of, why I should follow you. So also one more thing, you see, if you scroll here, right, there's no skiing pictures at all. You might like skiing, but they are not seen here. So what you need to do is before you add people who like skiing, you need to make sure at least your top 3 posts, or at least at least the 9 posts, there are at least 3 posts that is skiing related. So there is a connection. Do you understand now, Ali?
Yes.
Now, if, for example, you like coffee, then it's the same thing, right? You can put there, looking forward to connect with coffee lovers, but you need to make sure that over here, you have at least some coffee photos, so that at least when a person follow you, it gives them a reason to follow you, because that person is a coffee lover too. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing here. All right, all good, Ali? So I've just given you 2 strategies on how to build your followers. Strategy number 1 is a laser focus. You add all the doctors in your Facebook. But if you're also going to play the Instagram game, you want to hire you want to recruit, or you want to sell to a younger audience, then you ask yourself.
Actually, Eric, I like to use the Instagram platform more than Facebook. I think it's more practical.
I teach you what you can do, yeah? If you really enjoy Instagram a lot, use Facebook to connect with the doctors.
Okay.
But when you're chatting with them, you ask them whether they have Instagram too.
Okay.
And if they have, you add them into Instagram. But remember, if you're going on Instagram, it's very difficult. It actually might be possible to find doctors. Let's try, okay? Let's see. Let's go share. Okay, give me a hospital in Lebanon.
AUB.
What's the name of the hospital?
AUB.
AUB?
AUH.
Yeah, see? Geotech. Okay, and then over here, we will look at a post and we'll see. Sometimes doctors might be posted. Let's see, this looks like a doctor. All right, is he a doctor? Let's see. He's not a doctor, he's an actor. Why is he posting? Why is he geotagging in the hospital? Okay. So one way is you actually look at the post and you see if that person is a doctor. So you see, it's a bit harder.
You can search AUBMC_official. It is the official account of the AUBMC Medical Center in Lebanon.
Like this?
No. AUBMC_official.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, this one. Okay. Possible, but you realize something, because this is an official page, so they are doing their own promotion. Maybe this is this one. Okay. But the problem, I tell you, they're here. There you go. He's a doctor. Right?
Yes.
See? Okay. So possible, but it takes a little bit of testing. On Instagram, what's easier is using an interest to find people. On Facebook, it's easier to find people through profession. So I would rather you add them all here first, and you realize that because you organize them in a list like this, see, once they accept your friend request, they will all end up here. All the doctors that accept your friend request will end up here. And then you can scroll down to look at what are some of the content that they are posting. And what you do is you can stay in touch with them. You can like and you can comment and you're making friends. And then when you start chatting with them, add them over to Instagram. So that's how you grow your doctor following. Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Let's go back here. Okay, so I hope, okay, thank you, Ali. So I'll call you again later, all right, when we do part 2 of our coaching.
Okay.
All right, so to the rest of you watching this, I hope that you now know that it's not difficult to find customers. It's just that you need to learn to respect the language of each social media platform. If it's Facebook, use groups as a way to add them. And remember to put them in a list so that you can stay in touch with them. And also remember to, when you message them, let them know where you're from, like where you found them and what's something common that you have with them. If you're on Instagram, then focus most of you, I will assume that interest will be the easiest way for you to grow your followers. So make sure that you ask yourself, what are 2 to 3 things that you're very, very interested in? Maybe coffee, maybe music, maybe sports. And then make sure your pictures communicate those interests. And then you go find those people through geotags and through hashtags. And then you start following them. So you'll notice that your followers start growing. And every month, I want you to aim for 100 followers. Okay, now, the next step. How do I convert them into active community members so that I can start selling them? In order to do that, you need to do one thing first. You need to build trust. Because ultimately, when you're selling insurance or when you're selling anything for that matter, if people don't trust you, they are not going to be open to your influence. Would you agree with me? Right? I need to trust you. So the question is, now that I have a doctor that followed me on social media, now that I have a ski lover that follows me on Instagram, how do I make the person trust me? So that later on when I approach him and I say, hey, would you want to join me on my community? The chances of that person saying yes, it's very, very high. Now, how do I do that, right? So step number 1, you need to make sure that they are interacting with you at least 4 to 6 times. That's the key, right? The way to build trust is through familiarity. The more interactions I have with you, the more I will trust you. That's the reason why if you're adding your potential customers on Facebook, remember to add them into a list, what I've just demonstrated to you. The reason is so that the minute they update on Facebook, you will know and you can interact with them. So therefore, ensuring that you are constantly having high level of interaction, right? Otherwise, you'll forget. Now, so the best way to interact and create familiarity is through chit-chatting, through conversation. However, there's another thing that you also need to do, and that is you need to make them like you, right? If they don't like you, then they're not going to buy from you, right? So I came up with this thing called the Me-Fi strategy, and I'm going to do a demonstration right now of how you apply that strategy. So I'm going to get Ali to come back online again. That was very fast. Hi, Ali. Ali, are you there?
Yes, yes. Hello again.
Yo. Okay, now Ali, you got an extra homework that you need to do. Remember I told you to identify all your top customers?
Yes.
And then your job is to ask them which social media platform they are on, who they follow, and what content they like, correct? Now, I'm going to add one more question in that list. And the question is, what do they like about you? What
do they
like about you? All right. What makes you stand out from all the other advisors out there? So now, obviously, we have not asked this question to your customers yet, but if you were to ask them, what do you think would be some of the answers that they might say to you?
Maybe because I'm honest, I explain information to them, I make everything clear.
Now, so notice all these are work related, right? So that's what they like about you from the work. But I also want to know that what else do they like about you that's not work related? Your friend Ali El Haji said that
Yes,
funny.
Yes, I'm funny.
More, give me more. What else?
Trustworthy, maybe.
Okay, trustworthy. Yeah, it could be work related. It could be personal. So let's say, Frank, give me one more that it's about your strength, like something that you're good at doing. Naji says friendly. What else do you think you are good at
I
doing?
don't know actually. It's something weird to talk about myself here.
I know. So now
It's-
I give you some time to think while I talk to all your friends that are watching you right now. So it's so important that when you're building your personal brand, right? When you're putting yourself out on social media, you have to know what makes you attractive. Every one of you watching this right now, you are attractive in your own way. Some of you are attractive because you have a certain talent. You can sing, you can cook. Or some of you, people like you because you have an interest that they like as well, a common interest. Like you like exercising and they like exercising too. Some of them, they like you because like you're funny, you're relatable, you are sincere, right? So it's extremely important that every one of you go talk to your best customers and go find out from them what makes you stand out from all the other advisors. And I want you to be able to identify the 5 most common words that people use on you. So these 5 can be a similar interest. It can be a similar, it could be, an interest. It could be a value, something that they feel that this is something important to you. Like maybe they believe that, oh, you value family and that's something I like about you. Or it could just simply be, your strengths, right? So interest, values, and strengths. I'm going to put it down in the group chat. Okay, interests, values, and strengths. So let's analyze this. Ali, give me one interest that you have. What is something
cooking.
you're very interested in? Like you spend a lot of time on it.
I like cooking. I like singing. I like hiking.
That's a lot. Now, Ali, out of singing, cooking, and hiking, which one is similar to your customers? So always remember, we always want similar interest. Which one do you think your customers enjoy as well?
One similar interest with me and my clients.
Yes. Out of the 3, cooking, singing, and hiking.
Maybe the referrer, maybe the person who leaded me to this client.
Oh no. Sorry, let me explain. So you have 3 interests, right? You like cooking, you like singing, you like hiking. What about your customers? Like, what do they enjoy? Which one? Is it also cooking, or is it singing, or hiking?
Let's say singing, for example.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep singing. All right, so that's 1. Now, number
Okay.
2, what is something that's very important to you? You care a lot about it. What is something that you care a lot about? It's important to you. Like some people, they value family. Some people, they value happiness. Huh?
Family.
Okay, very good. So family is your value. 3rd one, what do you think is something you do very well? Like you can do it so easily.
Something I do very easy. To take photos.
Oh, really?
To capture moments.
I love it. Okay. Now, see, watch. Everybody watch. So now these are words that Ali came up with. That is what he's good at, and he's going to communicate that to his customers. Now, so I call this strategy the Me-5 strategy because I'm actually going to talk to my customers and I'm going to ask them what makes me different, what makes me special compared to everybody else. And you listen to all the words that they give you and you pick the common one, right? On top of that, you add in your own words as well. Like you like singing, you value family, and you're very good at taking pictures. So then on your phone, you will create 5 folders, right? Photo album, create 5 folder. Folder number 1 is a singing folder. Folder number 2 is a family folder. Folder number 3 is a photo moment folder. And then what happens is every time you're singing or you're doing your family, you take pictures, you take videos, you save it in the folder. So you end up with a lot of content. And then every day you post one thing. So on Monday, you post something about singing. On Tuesday, you post something about your family. On Wednesday, you post something about photography. On Thursday, you post something about a strength that your customers say you have, like maybe you're trustworthy or you're very good at explaining difficult things. That's Friday. So Monday to Friday, you're posting different things about you that makes you special. Are you following? So
Yes,
like for me, one of the words that people say that I stand out a lot is I'm very positive. So every Monday, I will post something positive. Usually it's a quote. And then Tuesday, they will say that I'll post something that shows that I'm very relatable. This word is not something I came up with, but it's my customers who tell me, Eric, we like you because we can relate to you. We feel like you are like us. All right. So we like that. And so every time I'm working, I'll show. Every time I do stupid things, I'll show. Every time I sing, play badminton, I'll show. Because it shows people that I'm also a normal human being. And then the third one I pick up was I'm highly sought after. I'm known, loved, and respected. Why? Because if I'm going to teach all of you to be a somebody, to be known, loved, and respected, then I must be a known, loved, and respected person too. So whenever I have a large audience, I will post. Whenever people do nice things to me, I will post. Whenever I travel, I will post. Can you start to see that? So I'm very focused and intentional about what I post because every picture, every video that you communicate tells me something about you. So many of you do not know what to post. You see your friends posting cooking pictures, you post cooking pictures. You saw someone posting a stupid picture, you post a stupid picture. No, stop looking at everybody else. This is them, all right? They are messy.
We should build our own content.
Exactly. You should build your own content based on what makes you unique.
Okay.
And your uniqueness comes from your interest, what you like. Your uniqueness comes from what you value and your strengths. That's 3. But I still got 2 more. These 2 comes from your customers. Your customers will tell you what they like about you. You put it here.
Okay. So I should ask my customers what are the values or the interest or some of my strength point to know what to post, to create my content?
Yes. Yes, that's right. Now, Ali asked a very good question. Eric, should I be posting the same things on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn? Well, the answer, the short answer is no. The reason is because, think about it. If I post the same content on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, then as a customer, I will only follow you on one platform because the content is the same. Why do I need to follow you in 3 platforms? So if you want people to follow you in all platforms, then every platform's content has to be slightly different. So for example, for me, Facebook is where I do all my teaching. So my Me5 strategy is, this few things, right? Positive, known, love, respected. Now, all these 3 that you just saw is all for Instagram. So anytime I'm known, loved, and respected, I post it on Instagram. Anytime I want to show about my life, doing all the normal things that everybody else do as well, I post it on Instagram. Every time I'm positive, I share a positive quote, Instagram. But Me5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4th one that I want people to know about me is Eric gives practical ideas. I only do that on Facebook. So Facebook is where I do all my teaching. I do all my educational videos. I do all my Q&A. That's it. I never post my personal life on Facebook because I've decided to split my content to 2 different platforms. So you guys can do the same thing as well, okay? But because many of you are very new to social media, my recommendation is focus on one platform and do it well. So Ali, you enjoy Instagram. I respect that, but you have to ask your doctor customers, are they on Instagram? Because if they are not on Instagram, then why are you on Instagram? Okay. Then you can't get sales on Instagram. That Instagram is just a hobby. Go ahead and do it. It's a hobby, but it's not going to make you money. You need to be on Facebook. Okay. Right? Yes, focus on one platform. Do well on one platform. And then you tell people, I'm going to move to YouTube. They will follow you. But if you're not famous in any platform, then what's the point? All right. So very good question. I love your question. Who's that question? Who's the guy? Ali Arazi. I love that question. All right. So now, fantastic. So focus on one platform, okay? Now, let's move on. So thank you very much, Ali. It's great.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay, so what I've just shared with Ali is, and all of you, is to create personal content that revolves around the 5 things that you want people to know about you. You can post it on Facebook, you can post on Instagram, you can post on LinkedIn. Just make sure that don't post the same thing on every platform, then people might not follow you on all platforms. Okay. Now, but beside being likable, you also need to be credible, right? Because if you're not credible, then no one's going to listen to you, right? So this one I'll do it very quickly. This one I teach this to you during BLIS. Remember? Right? I taught you how to do story selling. So if you remember, that's great. If you don't remember, it's okay. I put it down over here. So the last piece of content that you need to put up on social media is every time you are helping a customer, I want to see pictures of you helping your customers, like what I just showed you here. Right? I want to see those pictures. And then make sure that you follow this way of telling the story. Start by telling me what's the problem you help the customer solve. Tell me what's the consequence if they don't solve the problem. What is a solution you've provided them? What's the benefit? And what is the positive thing that your customer said to you? So it will look something like this. Yesterday, I got on a Zoom call with a customer of mine who is an engineer. So in Ali's case, is a doctor with wherever hospital. He told me that he now got a preview of what is it like to retire with very little money in the bank thanks to COVID-19. His only source of income is now at risk because he's forced to take no pay leave and recently pay cut. To make things worse, he still has sky-high expenses. That's the consequence. During our call, I show him a simple but powerful strategy. That's the one-word solution. Do not use the word insurance, right? Don't use the word, make it general. Say that I gave him a tip, I gave him a strategy, I gave him a roadmap, I shared with him something cool, right? The more abstract, the more you don't explain it, the more you make people want to know, right? So you tease and you not tell. And then I gave him clarity, I gave him peace of mind, and this is what he said to me after the phone call, Zoom call, then this is the testimonial. And at the end, you can write something like this. You can say, if you also have the same problem, please message me on Facebook, or please slide me a DM on Instagram, or please connect with me on LinkedIn. Right? So that's what you do. So I've taught you this in BLIS. You can go watch that video, or, well, you have it over here. Make sure you screenshot so that you can use this as well. So think about it. That means when you're posting content on social media, you should be focusing on content that shows different aspects of yourself. And every time you help a customer, I want to see it, because that shows me that you are in demand, that you're popular, right? And that helps to build your credibility as well. Okay. And you also notice one thing is I'm selling the problem here, right? Don't sell solution. I see a lot of insurance agents, they love explaining solution on social media. They love talking about insurance, term insurance, life insurance, retirement planning, estate planning, education planning, critical illness, hospitalization. Now, all that are solutions. Your followers are not ready to listen to solution yet. What you want to do on your social media platform is to keep selling the problem. Keep telling people what problems you're solving. The person, savings got depleted because they fall sick. That's a problem. The person's only source of income is shaky because of the crisis. That's a problem. The customers are not able to save money fast enough for their kids' education. That's a problem. I want to hear problems. I don't want to hear solutions, because you need to understand something. Nobody is ever going to appreciate your solution unless they are first convinced that they have a problem. No one is ever going to be convinced of your solution unless they first believe that they have a problem. So whenever you're on social media, sell problem, don't sell solution. So in summary, how do you build trust on social media? You need to be very good with your chatting skills. So make sure you talk to them, have conversations with them, be friendly with them, create a lot of common ground with them. But also remember, make sure that you create content that shows your charisma. Make sure you create content that I just showed you that will build your knowledge. And when you do that, people will trust you. And when they trust you, Later on, when you approach them, you message them and you tell them, hey, I want to talk to you about insurance. The chances of them saying yes to you will be so much higher. And that's why I've created this book for you, which I want to give you. And this book would be how you get them to say yes to you. But you need to do the two things first. You need to grow your followers. You need to create content to get them to trust you. The minute you have a very good relationship with them, they're very friendly to you, then you use one of the scripts that I've written in the book. You text them and that will lead you to a sales appointment. And that's how you close the sales, right? That's called 100, 20, and 10. So now watch. Over here, you see, she got 7 appointments out of 9. So she texted 9 people, she got 7 appointments. It didn't just work for me, it worked for my junior agents. Eric, I secured 5 appointments in a day using the ebook sentence. I used the text and I managed to close 2 cases last night. So what happens is, remember I told you got 100 followers? Once these 100 followers, they trust you, you use my book on them, you should be at least able to get 20% of them who will say yes to meeting up with you. Then after that, it's up to you to decide if you can close them. Right? But I'm sure you can close them. I want to explain to you, I give you 7 texts. The first text is used for people who are affected by COVID-19. The second one is for parents. The third one is for people who love investment. The fourth and the fifth one is for retirement planning. The sixth one is for people, for parents who are trying to save money for the kids. And then the last one is for people who are losing their job. All right. So every text is for a different situation. So read my book very carefully and then use the text. And I guarantee you this, you will get the results, okay? So I just want to check with you before I end today's webinar. How many of you are excited about the book? How many of you are excited? Like, yeah, I want to get this book. Please, hurry.
Everyone.
So I'm going to give you the link right now. Okay, but I want to summarize first, okay? So in order to do well in the new world, there are 3 things you need to focus on. Number 1, you need to know how to grow your followers. And I've just showed you how to do that. Number 2, you need to know how to build trust with your followers. And I've also just showed you that. Number 3, you need to know how to communicate in a way that make people want to meet you. I gave you the book. So you don't need to learn, just use the book. So in summary, to be successful in the new world, all right, to get predictable sales, all right, is to make sure you have a big following. By growing your followers, you need to make sure that you improve your conversational skills, your chit chat skills, and your content creation skills, and understand what makes you attractive. That will be how you build trust. And then finally, I've already teach you some scripts that you can use to improve your communication. Obviously, this is only our first webinar, and there's so much more I can teach you. In future, if I get to meet you again, we can go deeper into Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever social media app that you're using. I would love to also teach you how to chit chat with people online. It's a skill, because a lot of times if you ask the wrong question, people will not reply you online and then you cannot build a relationship. There are a lot of skills you need to learn, like video making skills, public speaking skills. All of this are the new skills you need to master. So besides being knowledgeable about insurance, besides being knowledgeable about financial planning, these are the future skills that's going to help you succeed in the social media world. All right. So this is not the end. And I just want to give you a quick example, and then I'll hand it back to Naji. My student has 616 followers. And, he added them onto WhatsApp. So when you have a good relationship with them, you say, hey, shall we be also friends? Do you have WhatsApp? Let's add each other on WhatsApp. So you get their telephone number. Once you get their telephone number, you use my scripts, you message them, all right? And then you close them. So look at my student, right? He has a 75% closing ratio, meaning say out of 8 people that meet him, 6 of them wants to buy. Why? It's because he has already been building a relationship with them, the trusting relationship. He's been having chatting with them. He has been creating content to show his charisma. He's been creating teaching content. And that's the reason why, he told me this, that out of 8 who initiated, that means he did not even ask for appointment. The 8 of them in his WhatsApp group requested for an appointment. So if people request you for an appointment, when they meet you, they're not meeting you to consider, they're meeting you to confirm, right? And he closed 4, and 2 was extra referral. So total he closed 6. He makes 1,200 Sing dollars for every sale. So he makes a total of 7,200. So if you go back to his numbers again, he has 616 followers. that month he has 616, and that 616 brought him $7,200, which means that every follower is worth $12. So you must be able to, once you connect the pipeline, you should be able to tell me, Eric, every follower brings me how much money. Then you will be very excited to grow your followers, because the bigger your followers are, the more money you will make. All right. So I want you guys to make sure you read the book, go through the video again, and start implementing those ideas. Okay. So this is the link. You can just go tinyurl.com/blissfreebook. For the rest of you, if you're watching this as a recording, hello. I hope you enjoy yourself, and please go download this book, go use the book. Okay, go use the book, get sales, and let me know when you get sales. Yeah, talk to me on Instagram, and I'll be very happy for you. Okay, so could you please take a picture? Make sure you take a picture of this, right? tinyurl.com/blissfreebook. Now, I got a surprise for you as well, because when you sign up for this book, it's free, okay? After you download the book, after you enter your information and you press enter, you'll be brought to a second page. You'll be brought to a second page, and the second page will have a surprise for you. Okay, so I'll show you this. This is I got this on 19 April. That means last Sunday. Hi leaders, I have an agent who used Eric Feng's material to fix appointment. She managed to achieve $9,800 and 11 case count in March, where everybody is hiding at home. She was making a lot of money, and it's because she used the right scripts. So please go use the script. Now, I got a good news for you. Once you download the ebook, you will be invited to go for a second webinar. This is an extra webinar I created for you because I know 1 hour is not enough. I'm sure you want more. So I have created a 2-hour, it's free of charge for you. And I run this almost every night at 8 p.m., which is your 3 p.m. That means every 3 p.m. in Lebanon time, there is a free 2-hour webinar where I will teach you how to build your brand and how to be fast in using the system that I just taught you. So today is just an introduction. I encourage all of you to download the book, and then you will be immediately brought to this page where you can sign up for the webinar. It's every day, 3 p.m. And I will teach you how to build this system in a shortest amount of time. And I will also teach you how to brand yourself, how to be a somebody, okay? So I just want to let you know this, that it's so important to be a somebody, because when you are nobody, your words of wisdom sound like bullshit. But when you are somebody, even your bullshit sounds like words of wisdom. So you need to build your brand. If you have no brand, people are not going to listen to you. Okay, so just want to encourage you a little bit. These are all my students. He achieved his MDRT last month, March. All right, and he says, Eric, I was initially worried about the COVID-19. I was worried I will not get face-to-face appointments, but this new approach, the approach that I've just taught you guys, 100-20-10, right, has helped my customers find me on social media. Even my referrals are up. This is a mentee of mine from Hong Kong. I have a mentee of mine from Singapore. She has already 70% of her MDRT is done this month. She has closed 28 appointments, and she has closed 7 sales, 12 referrals. And she's doing much, much better this year than last year, even though this year is a crisis year, from Singapore. I have a mentee of mine from Indonesia. For 3 years, she was burnt out, but she doubled her sales in less than 3 months. And now she achieved her Star Club, which is a company award. And she has also gone for an incentive trip in Copenhagen. All right, and she's all excited. And all of them, have this book to guide them. And all of them have also attended the follow-up webinar. And that's how they got the results. So I highly recommend you, if you make time for today, please, tomorrow, make time for the 3 p.m. webinar. If you cannot make it, it's okay, because every day, 3 p.m. we'll be running the webinar, okay? So this is the URL, tinyurl.com /blissfreebook. Back to you, Naji.
Eric, big thanks, my friend. Big thanks, really. Every time I listen to you, I learn something new. And I can what I take today from you, first of all, every one of us, we need to love what we are doing. We need to love our profession. So we need to love life insurance, and to make sure that what we are doing for people, it's not easy and it's so valuable in every time and in every situation. Be creative, guys. Follow the ideas of Eric. Thank you, Eric, for being here on Bliss Beirut Life Insurance
Yes.
Summit. Looking forward to see you again, and sure, when everything go back on track, to see you in a big event in Lebanon on Bliss 2020. So be
Yes.
ready,
I
guys.
look forward to see all of you, right, in December. I would love to stay in touch with you meanwhile. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions. So what you can do is you can talk to me on Instagram, Eric Goes Global. You know, and let me know how you find it. If you enjoyed today's seminar, today's webinar, make sure you do a screenshot. Let's find a nice screenshot, shall we? Let's do this. Okay, come, Najee, take photo with me, all right? So
Yeah.
we will look at a camera. We will pose, and you guys take a picture of us and post it on Instagram. Tag Najee, tag me, tag BLIS Lebanon. You know, so that we can get to know you better. Okay, and I can answer your questions on Instagram too. Okay, so let's take a photo. Okay. Najee, thank you so much. I'm so happy to get to see you after so many months. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for you, Eric. Thanks for your time, guys. Let's use these ideas. Let's be creative on social media. Social media, this is a new trend. We need to have a positive platform, a friendly platform, at the same time, a professional platform. God bless you. See you soon. Lots of series of events, of webinars for Beirut Life Insurance Summit coming soon. Book your calendar next Friday at 12 p.m. You will know soon who's the speaker. Be and invite your friend. Be many, and you will be benefits from all these speakers all around the world. Thank you, Eric. God bless you, and keep in touch. Bye-bye. Thank you.
See you guys.